All right, Coach, exciting match tonight. Overall thoughts?
Great crowd tonight, really filled in as the match is going on. So a lot of other athletes out there, so it's super cool. Love when the community and the campus community comes out to support us. Hope they'll do it again tomorrow night. It's going to be a big dog fight again tomorrow night. I thought serving was the difference tonight. We served really, really tough. Great down the stretch in a couple of the sets, especially sets 3 and 4. Kalina Cavillo was lights out with her serve tonight, but so was Sarah Bates, and so was Amaya Butler, and Olivia Kwiatkowski. So it was really, really good. But some unsung heroes tonight. I thought JC Mesa. She's not going to fill up the stat sheet, but she played really solid tonight. And because she played so solid, they stayed away from her. She dug the balls that she was supposed to dig. She passed the ball she was supposed to pass, and really followed our scout really, really well tonight. And so I was really proud of her for that. So I was a little emotional after the game. That was a really hard-fought victory for our team, and we really needed that one.
Talk about that first set. Arkansas State has done a good job this year of limiting their opponent's attack. You hit over 400 in that set. Anything you do to get off to that start?
Well, I just thought that we passed really well, right? And so we could be in system and play with a lot of tempo. And then, all of our attackers were taking really aggressive, good habit swings. And so, and we've put some sets together like that throughout the season. We have the capability to play offense at a really, really high level. And that starts with Amaya and then feeds through Kalina and our middles and, our other players. And so they really came out on it and set a high bar and a good tone coming out of the gate.
Yeah, talk about after that second set, bouncing back into the third and fourth set. What were you saying to your players? What was the vibes like? I know y'all all talk to each other and they communicate well. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we talked about that's over. And we kind of challenged them. Arkansas State did a good job of just making us play balls, and we weren't making plays. And so I thought that I challenged a couple people. I challenged, our young setter Madison Marks and Brooke Forkham, our freshman, and Olivia as well after that. And I thought they responded really, really well with solid play, more confident play. And we got back to staying on our defensive assignments, but we got back to taking good swings. So, the serve and the side out game were really the big differences. I think we sided out at 68% in the third set. And that was a huge difference, and that was kind of the changing tide in the match. And then our service game was able to come through and kind of deliver the knockout blow there.
Madison Marks and Jordanson has had pretty much identical stat lines tonight with 22 assists and 11 digs. What have you seen with between those two and their relationship between a true freshman and a fifth-year senior, kind of making each other better?
Yeah, they have a great relationship. Jordan's a good big sister, and Madison, she's fun and competitive, and she's a connector as well. So I think their personalities really gel. We talked throughout the week about they're going to have a chance to kind of get double doubles every night, and that should be their goal. And I think tonight, don't quote me on this, I think this is the first night of the season where they both got a double-double with their assist and their digs, right? And if that happens, that's going to put us in a really good spot. And then I thought that, JC and Kayla, when she was in, I thought both of them did a good job of out-of-system setting so we could take big swings. So that whole chain, was really, really positive from a team standpoint.
And Kalina, like you said, she had an impressive performance there in the fourth set with those kills and shutting down the game. So tell me about that and the emotions there, and then kind of seeing her perform there.
Yeah, the way that Kalina is serving right now is super aggressive, and you got to have a lot of confidence and trust in what you're doing. And she puts in a lot of hard work, to go after the serve that way. And it's been a real weapon for us. It helped us last weekend at Louisiana. It obviously helped us tonight. But I'm super proud of her. She's been really consistent. And when she gets off, she's been able to reset. And I think that's a great sign of her maturity and growth as a player, from freshman year to sophomore year, seeing her role increase. And she had a couple big kills down the stretch too, she's developing into a terminal player that we rely on, and if we can continue to get Amaya that help, then that's going to continue to make us really, really competitive.
And then is there an injury update on Ashlyn Axtell? We noticed she wasn't in the game.
Yeah, she's still out. Kind of day by day. She's trying to, she's working hard getting her rehab in, and so as soon as she can get back in the mix, we'll be excited to have her back.
Good. Thanks, Coach.
Yep.